Alright, what is going on everybody? Captain here, back again with another Marvel Contest of Champions video. This is going to be a pretty special one, guys. As you can see, Thor Ragnarok is on my roster. You might be wondering, how did I get him? I was accepted into the Content Creators Program, which huge thanks to Kabam and Adora, who was the one that was messaging me about it. Thank you for giving me the chance to review this champion before he's been officially introduced into the game. He was offered in the deal a couple days ago or last week, which is why we're able to post the videos before he's out in the game. But first off, just want to say thanks to you guys and to all of you viewers watching. I'm not being paid to do this. I just submitted online and I was accepted into the program. So yeah, give me access to this. So let's go ahead and dive into this character, guys. Thor Ragnarok, he is going to be the next champion that's added into the game, coming this Thursday to arenas. He's a pretty fun champion. I wouldn't say he's going to be he's not the old Thor god that everyone was kind of hoping he might be. He is a skill champion, as you can see, but he's got some fun utility about him that I'll dive into the rest of this video. Alright, for some reason my face cam just decided to turn blue and I can't get it to figure out how to get rid of it, so we're just going to keep going. Let's get into his abilities. So Thor, he is pretty much based all around majority of his abilities, and he gets a lot better based around his special 3, which we'll get to with his awakened ability, but first we'll just run through his abilities and then some gameplay at the end. So Boon of the Gods activates for every 40 hits of a combo meter or whenever he's struck 20 times. He's going to get basically a power flood, where he goes to max power over 5.5 seconds, and so you get that by once you get to a 40 hit combo or if you've been hit 20 times. So more often than not, that's going to be from the 40 hit combo. And again, like if you're at like 39 hits, then you get hit, that combo gets set all the way back to 0, so you have to get back up to 40. So yeah, I never experienced yet getting hit 20 times for that to activate. So that's kind of a fun feature that I'll showcase in the gameplay later on of how you can use that to your advantage to maximize its potential. Also, the intercepting thing, so he has a 30% chance to activate an auto block that can trigger parry if someone tries to intercept him. So again, while you're playing with him offensively, it's very rare that you get intercepted. So that's something I haven't really been able to test that much. But defensively on Alliance War defense or something, that is something that could be useful. So that might be a nice feature for him there. When an attack inflicts a stun, Thor deals an additional 250% of the attack damage as physical damage in the opponent if the opponent is suffering from an armor break. So stunning the opponent and getting armor breaks on him obviously is going to do damage, more damage, but with this Thor, it does even more on top of that. Special 1, 45% chance to stun for 1.8 seconds, plus a 55%, getting it up to 100% chance if the combo meter is over 40. So 40 or more, I should say. So again, that's bringing in the 40 hit combo into effect. If you have that at 40 or more, you're gonna be stunning every time on the special 1, which you can do pretty obviously a really reliable chain stun if that's how you want to do him with. Whereas if you don't have him awakened, that might be a better route to go because you won't be able to get the full use of the special 3 ability if he's not awakened. So special 1 is a good option. Special 2 breaks the opponent's armor, applying a certain amount of damage, reduction for 10 seconds. So just simply places an armor break on the enemy. And then the special 3 shocks the opponent over 5 seconds, and this attack can only do a maximum up to 20% of the enemy's health. So that last part, I don't really see a point in it, but it's there. So 5 seconds, you're going to do that much damage. So it won't do more than 20% though of the enemy's health. So on to his awakened ability. So once you have used his special 3, you can see right there, he activates, he starts controlling lightning through his body, which will be active for at level 99, it's 25 seconds. I don't know how well that scales up from level 1 up because I was given this at 99. But while he has that active, he has a 40% chance to inflict a shock whenever making physical contact with the opponent. So this means literally like if you're hitting the opponent while he's blocked even, you can inflict a shock. If he hits you, that also counts as physical contact, so it doesn't have to be just you attacking the enemy. The enemy can be attacking you. Also, inflicting a shock has a 16% chance to cause a stun and a 40% chance to cause an armor break. Additionally, each shock stack reduces the opponent's ability reduction by 15%. So essentially, if you have at least, I think it's 6 armor breaks or maybe 7, you have a 100% chance to reduce ability accuracy, which is you don't usually get them stacked that high. You can have them stacked at least like 3 to 4, sometimes 5 or 6 throughout most of the fight if you're just spamming the special 3. And lastly, with the ability that's stunned, when it's activated, it lasts for 2 seconds, and the armor break does that a certain amount of damage right there. So the only thing that scales from his signature ability is the amount of time that he controls the lightning and thunder or whatever through Thor himself. So that stun is a pretty good stun. You can get at least 2 heavies in and then a full 5-hit combo after that if you time it right. So yeah, that's his abilities real quick, guys. I'll just go ahead and show you where he's at on my roster, kind of like rating wise. So you can see here he is between Gwenpool and Archangel. When you look at my profile though, you will see that he is in my top 4, and that's because when you look at someone else's profile, it shows the top 4 based on prestige. When you look at your own top 4, it shows based on the PI with the added points from mastery setups. So that's kind of how that works. So I don't know exactly where he ends up, but that does mean he is higher than Gwenpool, obviously. So I'm thinking that means he's going to be the highest skill prestige champion. So that's a pretty good bonus for him once he's awakened. So I think that kind of covers all of his abilities. Oh, I forgot. I guess I could show his synergies real quick. Synergies, here we go. So he's got the one with Hela, which obviously I couldn't test out yet, but he regenerates 10% of max health when killing opponents. So when you strike the final blow, it sounds like you're going to be getting 10% health back. Pretty cool. With Thor, though, this is probably the most important one that helps out Thor. He gets a 60% attack bonus when the Thunder God's Wrath is active, so that's his awakened ability. So once you've used the special 3, if you have the Hulk synergy, he's going to have a 60% boost in attack, which is a pretty ridiculous number. So yeah, that's a pretty good bonus with him. And then with Loki, 40% chance to activate a combo shield for 5 seconds when struck. Not really relevant. The big one though is with Loki on that one, it actually has it boosts Loki's power meter so that it goes up to 2 bars rather than just stopping at 1 bar, if you're familiar with Loki. So that's kind of a boost for Loki. So there you have it, guys. That is Thor's abilities. Next up, I'm going to jump over to some pre-recorded gameplay that I have of Thor going up against the Winter Soldier in Realm of Legends, guys. So let's go ahead and roll that clip now. Alright, for starters, I'll point out my synergy team. I have Hulk in there, and then I threw in Juggernaut, Unstoppable Colossus, and the classic Thor to get some crit and crit damage synergies. Probably could have found a better team than this, but this was, out of the short amount of testing that I've done, the best I could kind of come up with my current roster. Probably could have figured out a mutant crit team, might have been done a little bit better, but this fight went pretty well to start. So first off, the thing I tried to do in most of my fights with Thor was I wanted to push him up to his special 3 right off the bat so I could activate that ability to get all the shocks and the armor breaks and the stun. So here I'm using my special 3, and remember, every 40 hit combos he gets pushed straight up to a special 3. So it generally took around 30 to 35 hits to get to that special 3, and then you can see I go straight up now. It's going to go all the way up, but I decided the best way to use it now, I still have a lot of time left. There's 25 seconds left on that timer, so I figured I would use my special 2 in the meantime, and then I'll be able to build it back up to a special 3 by just fighting the fight, and then when that timer runs out, I can use my special 3 again. So you can see here, now that I have the ability activated, you've been seeing the shocks, the armor breaks popping up, and occasionally some stuns. And there you see a shock get activated from him hitting me. The shocks aren't doing, they're ticking away at like 129 per tick there, I believe it was, which is a pretty decent amount for shock, and if you have a couple of them up, but it's not a crazy damage output. Again, here you see I crossed the 80 mark now, so that's the second 40 hit combo. So the power gain went straight up, and I missed the timing on that one. I didn't use my special 2 in time like I did on the last round. But you'll see I kind of just rinse and repeat this strategy of using the special 3, paying attention to when I'm going to hit that next 40 combo, and I try to use my special 2 so that I can build it up, so I'm maximizing the total amount of that duration that I get from that special ability. This strategy works out really well in this fight against Realm of Legends in particular, because there's no special 3 activated, which I think is something that might kind of hurt this kind of playstyle. You can't just keep spamming the special 3 in a normal fight, as there will be special 3s activated, because if you didn't know, they're not activated in Realm of Legends. So throughout this fight, I'm able to just constantly push him to the special 3 and not have to worry about that. Whereas if he didn't have that activated, or if he did have it activated, I would have to pay more attention and I have to bait out some specials. So that's kind of one thing about Thor that I think might kind of hurt this character, with this intended ability of being able to constantly have the special 3 activated, which I really like it. He does hit a lot harder when he's got this activated. Plus, with the Hulk synergy, now you can see those shocks are just, I had 7 of them there on him at once, so he can build it up quite a bit, and then the armor breaks too, they're just coming in pretty nicely. So I'll go ahead, kind of let this play out, but again, I kind of just stick to that same strategy throughout the entire fight, and he seems like a pretty fun champion. So there you have it, guys. Some early gameplay and early abilities kind of about the new Thor in the game. Like I said before, I don't think he's going to be the next God tier champion in the game, but he definitely has some kind of fun and utility use to him with those shocks, with the armor breaks, with the stun ability. But I do think he will need to be awakened in order to be useful as an attacker. Defensively, he does have that power gain, which I forgot to mention before. You can cancel out that power gain just by knocking him on the ground from a special, basically, and it'll stop the power gain right where it's at. So there you go, guys. I'm going to try to maybe get some more videos up doing some different kind of content and other stuff based around Thor, but I want to get this out to you guys as soon as I can. So let me know what you guys think about the video. If you have any idea of stuff you'd like me to test him in, let me know. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.